Hey, what's good, y'all? Um, I'm back. I had to take some time to kind of get myself together and, focus on me mental, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Um, During the spiritual journey, it can be very tedious and very exhausting. Um, and you kind of have to call your energy back, your power back from person, places, and things. And that's what I've had to do. I've kind of been in hermit mode, just regaining my strength and calling back my power, honestly. Um, but through this little break, I've definitely learned a lot. I filled up about 3 or 4 composition books worth of journaling notes, poems, exercises, things that have helped me on my journey, right? And just all along, just things that I've learned. This has definitely been a teaching moment for me. I've learned a lot about myself, and I've healed a lot of things that I thought I had released years ago. So first, I'm gonna get back into like these daily let's talk about it, where like I'll break shit down, and I might turn it into like a series. You know what I'm saying, of different topics that I covered during my spiritual journey. The first one that kind of kicked everything into high gear was self-love. Now, I don't know, what do y'all consider love? It took me forever to sit down and figure out what it means to love yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, when it comes to relationships, I am the softest simp you would probably meet, bro. Whatever my shorty want, I make sure she get it. And that's with anybody. I show unconditional love. I got a big ass heart. But when it came to loving myself, it was a lot harder than what I had expected. Cause my love language is physical touch, words of affirmation, and quality time. So like, how do I take that from giving that to somebody to giving that to myself? You know, all my life I've been a nurturer. I've always taken care of people, like from a young age. You know what I'm saying? I've always cared for everybody else but myself. So having to learn how to retrain my brain, retrain my thoughts into, hey, how do we feed back into, you know what I'm saying? How do you love yourself? And I realized that it was more than just taking myself out on dates. It was more than just, treating myself to new stuff. It really was learning how to delegate with the business. Yeah, it took a hit between dealing with family issues and the business not doing so hot. I had to close it down, but that was all in all for my better good, for my better judgment. I had a lot going on, and it just became overwhelming to run the business and continue on with what I was handling at the moment. But I also learned that self-love also has a lot to do with how you feel about outside opinions. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about anybody else's opinion. I never have, and I never will. Like, I'll listen to you. Now, there's a difference. I'll listen to your criticism. I'll listen to what you have to say. But if it's not for my benefit, or if I feel like you can't relate to what I've been through and what I'm going through, and if you haven't already taken the steps and done the walk, then I know how to judge your opinion. Now, I'm a wise soul. I listen. I'm always learning. I'm a sponge. So I'm going to take what you have to say. But when it comes to like negative thoughts and you talking at me, that's when you draw the line. It's like, okay, I hear you, but I'm going to do me. This sounds like this is, you know what I'm saying? And you got to learn how to, decipher the two. You have to learn how to use your discernment and figure out what is good for you. Is this good advice, or is this out of jealousy? Is this out of envy? Because there is a lot of that too. Another thing, just protecting my peace. So that goes along with calling your power back, calling your energy back. I realized that energy it's not something that can be explained. It literally is how you feel and how other people make you feel and the environment you're in, literally. I I had to learn that I'm usually a pretty happy person. So when I feel like upset all of a sudden, I had to realize that that wasn't my energy. Or if I'm feeling angry or if I'm feeling lazy, bro, that's not my energy. And I had to release that and simply just say, hey, return to sender, or, talk to your divine, talk to your spirit team. Hey, allow me or help me or show me the way how to release this energy because I know it's not mine. I've done a lot more meditating. I've gotten back in the gym, and that feels great. I was a student athlete, and it feels good working out again. What else? Taking on different skin routines. You see my skin glowing. I done switched up, what I've been doing, and really just speaking affirmations onto myself. Positive affirmations in the mirror, positive affirmations in the camera, like looking good, feeling good, getting dressed up, going out, doing what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? These are all things that I took from my self-love journey, right? Or what I've learned from self-love. I've started back writing again, making more music. Hey, we finna be hitting the studio real soon. And eating healthier. Like, I've been trying to go on this little vegan kick. And I realize that takes time. I'm not saying you can't, but like, it takes a lot of discipline to only eat fruits and vegetables. It takes a lot of discipline to switch over your diet consistently and stick with it. So just take baby steps with that. That is truly a leap. But I feel better. I look better. And spiritually, I feel a lot cleaner, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like my aura is cleansed. I'm no longer dealing with no bullshit. I'm no longer feeling like I'm in the mix. I've never been one to gossip and be with all that shit. Like, I just really be in my own little space for real, and you know what I'm saying? But another thing about self-love is once you learn how to love yourself, you then find out what your purpose is. You then start soul searching and healing and figuring out, hey, this is what I love to do. Because that's all your purpose is finding what you like to do and then living life doing what it is you like to do. Me, I was always an overactive kid. I was always into some shit. And as an adult, I allow myself to be in some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm very adventurous. Going to parks, going to, I don't know, rock climbing, working out, finding new things to do. Like, I'm allowing myself to enjoy the childhood I never had, if that makes sense. I'm going back and I'm healing my inner child. And in doing that, I've been able to find my purpose, and I've been able to connect with my higher self. And I can honestly say I feel a lot better. I'm doing a lot better, and self-love is truly the key. It is. But you gotta learn how to heal. And that is probably the hardest part out of all of this, is learning how to heal. A lot of things in life, like, spirit is going to trigger you. Once you get into that space where it's like, okay, it's you by yourself, you gotta now take accountability of you and yourself. You can't blame nobody else but you. And that in itself was, I'm not gonna say a turning point for me, because I had already began taking accountability before, taking accountability for my own actions well before I started the self-love part, or really diving into the self-love part. So it was a little easier for me, because it was like, okay, my next thing was taking accountability for why I don't love myself, or why do I love my partners more than I love myself? Why do I show them more attention than I show myself? You know what I'm saying? And I had to realize that was a childhood wound. Like, shit, I've always had to take care of babies, literally. Like, I've always had to take care of, my parents. Like, I've literally grew up to take care of everybody else, but I never had a chance to go back and nurture the inner child, and no one ever helped me to nurture the inner child. So in a sense, that was a childhood wound I had to heal. But this is what self-love is. This is what self-love looks like, as a way to help you um on this, just sit down and write down some questions. So like do like shadow work. Like, what does love mean to you? What is your love language? How do you see, how do you give and how do you receive love? And how does that look like? Like, what are some things in your daily routine that you do that make you feel better? So like I said, I changed up my skin routine, got me some new clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, started eating better. These are just a few of mine. So like, what are some things that y'all be doing that help you, what are some things that make you feel good? Like, because at the end of the day, that's all it really is. It's all based on how you feel. And if it ain't making you happy, then cut it out. Stop doing it. Now, I'm not saying go out and quit your job, but like, learn to make time for the things that you want, and everything else will come to pass. Definitely. If there's something that you're curious into getting into, such as like a side hustle or a business, find something that you really enjoy, and the money will come from it. Like, I had to realize that I quit my job a little too soon? Well, that's my prerogative. Okay, I had to go through the dark night of the soul and understand that. But now that I understand that, once I found my purpose and once I start doing the things that I love and that keep me in that high vibrational energy, bro, money flows to me effortlessly. Like, I'm not tripping about that. So yeah, so like, sit down and really journal to yourself about things you enjoy doing, things that you know what I'm saying, you miss doing. Like, what was your favorite activity as a kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are like the first steps to take to loving yourself and conquering self-love. And it's an ongoing process. It's not like, this isn't something that can be done overnight. Like, it's gonna take you some time, and once you realize what you've done and you've healed from past experiences and you're taking accountability, life becomes effortlessly, everything becomes at ease for you. Literally, you seek peace and you find peace. And I'll definitely hop on there and do more. If y'all have any questions, y'all could put your questions, concerns, and stuff in the comments below, and I probably will come back and do more of these. But hope y'all are doing well. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Follow me on all my social medias down below. And yeah, I love y'all, and I'm glad to be back. All right, love, light, Ashe.